We're live now.
Way to the top. Rock and roll. Yeah, Monday night. And you want a boring show. You're not getting it tonight. You're not getting a boring show tonight. You know why? Because we got two of the coolest dudes. Two of the coolest dudes in metal detecting on this show tonight. No, it's not Frank Lopergola. My man Mark Hoover is here. My man Jimmy Crossbone Tippett's in the house. Welcome, everyone. Welcome. Monday. I got to tell you something. I just ate so much sugar that I'm like on this like sugar high. It's like I'm like Frank eating all this candy corn and
You're
stuff.
making me want to go get a bag of freeze-dried candy corn right now.
They sent me this stuff. They Marla Riggins, I love you, and Herb Lee. I'm going to see you, Marla Lee. I'm going to see you guys Wednesday night, but you shouldn't have sent me this because I just ate it.
You're cutting into my supplier. I see.
Not your crack supplier though. My man Ronnie, can you move to show everybody you're just not a picture tonight? Okay, just letting everybody. That's about as much as you guys are going to hear from Ronnie tonight, and he's done. So
if they let me talk.
Monday night, I'm just going to jump in with our guest because we only have an hour, and these guys are like the best. You know, we've had Mark Hoover on here before. Now, I want to introduce Jimmy Crossbones Tippett. He is the president of the Central Florida Metal. Did I get that right?
You did. You got it right.
Son of a gun.
Central Florida Metal Detecting Club.
It took me about 4 months to get the gold right. So getting your name of your club. Now, Jimmy,
I had to go through my closet for like a half hour. I found the shirt.
You're the badass president of that club. And Frank and I went down there last year, and Ronnie, to the hunt down there at your place. And I want to tell you something. You guys at that club have something that I don't know if many clubs have. You have your own hunting grounds. You have your own property that you guys have events for. And if other clubs knew that, what I just told them, they'd be so jealous.
Now, what's the deal with that property? Is that you have permission to use it and then you raise funds for the property itself, or does that belong to you guys?
No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't belong to us. It's a local church. A couple of our members attends there. They've got it set up where on days that they don't need it, we can use the pavilion and the acreage out there. A perfect place to do our annual silver relic hunt.
I mean, you've got like 3 fields. I mean, you got field after. I mean, you got a big, large area.
It's a big area. Perfect. I mean, perfect for what we want to do with it.
Right. So that is great. Now we're going to talk about all your upcoming stuff, and we're going to get into this. And I do want to, if people don't know the story about Jim Tippett, he was like this blind squirrel one time on the beach, and I mean, like lightning must have struck him twice in the butt that day, because he found numerous gold coins and silver coins. He was in the right spot at the right time.
Exactly. I admit it.
Can you tell us what kind of load of crap you tried to sell everybody with that story, buddy?
No, man. It was just something else. Just like you said, I just happened to stumble on the right place at the right time, and I'm milking it for all I can get out of it too. Give you a total count. Found 13 gold coins. 9 of them was 2 escudos, which is the smaller ones, and 4 of the 8 escudos, which is the biggest coin that the Spanish made at that time.
Yeah. Now, Jimmy, I'm going to ask you a question that probably no one has ever asked you about this. And no, it's not the location.
Okay.
But I want
my next question.
People have asked them, but I want a straight up answer to this. All right, buddy? Question.
Sure.
Better than sex? Jim, be honest. Jim?
At that time, no.
What? All right, listen.
Just
All
the
right,
fact
Peter-
that he had to think about that means it was pretty damn good.
I'm sorry. Other than by yourself, was it? See, no one ever asked you that question about that, did they?
No.
No.
that's-
I just come right out, and I'm like that. I'm good like that.
The other question I had for Jim was, has Mark given you any of Jill's jam?
Any of my what?
Gail's jam.
Jill, Mark's wife makes this lovely jam.
Yes, Gail. Yeah, Gail's jelly. Yes, most likely.
Funny,
Yeah,
funny
I'll
thing
open
about
it up.
that, mine seems to disappear in the mail. Listen, I'm not here to start trouble.
Tell
You
him
know,
you don't
because-
like him, Mark. Mark, tell him what you told me, that you don't like him.
Listen, lots of people don't like me. They still send me stuff. I don't know
Now-
why.
But
Mark,
Frank, this is a good time. This is a good time to put an order in now.
You know,
I-
she just made a brand new batch. So I guess Frank, I'll have to get you a jar of it.
all I know is that I think it was FH 8. I was told, listen, next time I see you, I'm bringing you. And
So,
I
Frank-
tell people running around FH9 with these bottles of jam. I'm like, oh man, where's Mark?
Frank, Frank, stop mooching, all right? You're kissing his ass just a little too much, okay?
All right, I'm gonna stop.
All right,
Listen,
Mark-
Jim, I know-
I'm making a note
Jim-
right now, Frank.
yeah, look at this guy.
It's obvious, Jim, that you are far, far, far younger than Mark. How long? The basic questions. How long have you been doing this? How long have you been a beach hunter? And I'm assuming you dive a little bit too, correct?
Yep, sure do. I think it's right at 14 years now.
Beautiful.
Good.
14 years and you're finding piles of gold coins on the beach. I'm doing something wrong.
Well,
Yeah.
again,
Yeah.
just
I
like
was-
Steve said earlier, a blind squirrel finds a nut every once in a while. And
You know what?
that was my nut.
I don't know if I'm allowed to talk about the part. So I'm going to try and ask you to do this. You found these gold coins, okay? I'm trying to lead this question to see if I can get this out there or not. What did you do after that?
I lost my picture.
You lost your, yeah.
Well, we can still see you, Jim.
I can still see it.
Yeah, your computer just went off.
Okay. What did I do? What did I do after that?
Right. There's something I know you did after that, and I don't want to put it out there. I want to know if it. All right.
Well, you know, all this went on in several different days. It's just
Right,
one day.
correct. And in the days following, were you the only one digging these coins?
No, I did have somebody out there when we found the. One day we went out there and we found the 2 escudos, and
Right.
between the 2 of us, we dug up 12, 6 each.
Right. This is what I'm trying to tell people. This is what I'm trying to say is you actually shared your experience with a close friend. And, you know, I always talk about the world of metal detecting, and I find that to be an honorable thing of what you did, because there are metal detectorists in this world that would not do that. So that's just what I want people to know, that this hobby is about friendship and camaraderie. Compared
And I'm
to,
inviting Jim over for dinner anytime he wants to come.
Well, to tell you a
We're
little bit
gonna
about
develop
it, you know, I was at this stretch of beach, and that's when I found the escudos first. And the friend of mine that was out there, well, go back a little bit further. The very first piece I found out there, I was out there one late afternoon, and I dug up these 2 little black objects about, size of your thumbnail, and I knew not to throw them away. I couldn't really see them, so I stuck them in my pocket. And I had one more target, and I dug it up, and it was the gold cufflinks. And because I wasn't sure about what I found, I called this friend, because he was, he knows a little bit about 17th, 15th Fleet and all that. So I asked him about these cufflinks, and he said, "Man, you need to hunker down right there. I think you're onto something." So I continued hunting the next day. I ran up on the silver reals, and I called him up. I said, I got some reals. He said, man, you must have found something pretty good. I said, well, I think I did. So from then on, about every 15 minutes, he was calling me. He said, what'd you find this time? What'd you find this time? So I knew that he was really anxious to get out there. So the next day, I invited him out there, and we hunted along the beach.
See, I would never bring Frank.
He was the very first one that found one of the scudos.
I would never bring Frank because once Frank showed up, we wouldn't find nothing.
Wouldn't
So
anyway, what happened was he was hunting with a MindLab GPX, and I was hunting with a CTX, and I could not get close to him at all. So we was alternating, going around each other, you know, and hunting 50 yards, and then circling around hunting another 50 yards. And I looked up, and I seen him walking towards me, and he had his hand clipped, just like that, walking to me. About the time he got to him, he opened up his hand. There was that shiny gold coin sitting there. My first thought is, man, I brought him down here and he's found a gold coin. I'm going to kill him.
now you were going to punch him back. So
And,
just
you know,
real quick question. Were the cufflinks connected when you found them? They had to be, right?
yes,
Okay.
they were.
Okay, that's what I was wondering because I was wondering how you found two, you know, so.
Well,
Yeah.
no, it was just one set. It wasn't
It's
two
one
sets.
set.
It's just one set,
Oh, so that goes on one.
one sleeve.
That goes.
Oh,
Each one
okay.
of those goes in the buttonhole on either side of your cuff.
Ah, I see. Okay. So, yeah. I
Now,
thought it was-
those cufflinks, if you look at them close, they actually have the picture on the cufflink is a flower. It's a dogwood flower.
Right.
And in the Spanish culture, then, you know, that's a sign of new birth. It's kind of a religious symbol. And Jim, correct me if I'm wrong, but those have initials on the edge of the cufflink, right?
Yes, they did.
SP? I'm just wondering. So now we do, I mean, you believe they were from the 1715 fleet, correct?
Yes, I do, because all the coins, especially the 8 Escudos, was 1712.
Right. Okay. So, and it's a shame the dogwood leaves mean birth, but who knows what happened to the person that they belonged to or was maybe wearing them at the time.
Exactly.
Yeah. You know, we know the story of the 1715 fleet. Just incredible. So now we know, I guess that spot closed up. We'll say, so, you know, you hunted it out. So do you think any more will ever come back?
I do. It just, you know, down here in the state of Florida, they had this replenishing the beaches. And I watch the spot every once in a while. And I think there's at least 15 foot of sand that they've got on that beach right now.
Right. Right.
So
do you think that
until
these
storm
coins were
comes through and takes it out, nobody's going to find anything.
okay? So do you think that the when you found the coins, was that part of what they pumped in, or was it not sanded in? This was in the base level of the sand.
Now, this was after that was after one of our northeasters that came through here, and it took that sand all the way down almost to the hard pack.
Okay.
And nobody happened to be in that part of the beach at that time.
Now, you have to think about this for a second. A lot of people will say that's a once in a lifetime find. It's really like once in a 10 lifetime find because probably a 300-year span from when that sand came over and covered over it. Jim just happened to be there at the right time. After 300 years,
Yeah.
enough sand had moved off to where he was able to find him. So it's like a once in 300-year opportunity.
It could have been 1,000 feet up the beach, and the sand didn't move as much. So yeah, absolutely.
Now
Absolutely.
here's another question, and this is going to be a question. You're a diver, Jim. Did you ever think of maybe getting a salvage claim, purchasing a salvage claim off of someone and going in offshore and maybe looking for more?
We're working on that as you speak. We have
Okay.
put in we put in 2 different requests to the state of Florida to issue us a permit in that
Okay.
area, and they're not interested. They're just not interested. See,
Well-
this spot is just outside. It's outside the box of the
Right.
Queen Jewel LLC down there that they had.
Right.
And I feel like after Mel Fisher beat and took his case all the way to the Supreme Court and won it, that they passed laws or legislation or whatever like that. They're not going to allow any more salvage permits in the area.
All right. So
Jim, was this an active beach, or was this one of those little remote beaches? Was this something place that people go to every day?
Oh yeah. Yeah, there's people all up and down through there. I mean, there was people walking the dogs when we was pulling up the gold.
No good.
But so in other words, in order for you to get in a boat and go out there, or even scuba dive off the surf, you need a salvage permit.
No, you could go out there and dive, but like I say, everything is buried up in the sand.
Right, but you mean up on the beaches? Well, I'm talking about. You don't think anything's out in the water further that this stuff came in from, or?
Well, actually, I believe after the storm, it something broke loose and washed up there. I'm telling you, some of these coins was no more than 2 or 3 inches under the sand.
Right.
It was just remarkable that nobody walked through there and found it before I did.
But that's what I'm saying. I'm saying if you go into the water, you might find the mother lode. I mean, so. Have you had any?
Way we understand state law, if I was to find my treasure in the water, it would belong to the state of Florida.
Without that salvage permit.
100%.
Yeah,
without
because we took the time and done GPS on every coin that we found, so we had proof that they were not in the water; they were up in the, the wet sand.
Right. Yeah. So you're not going to spend your money to give it to the state of Florida. No.
If I can help it.
I don't blame you. I don't blame you.
Well, and if the state of Florida were to issue another permit, which they haven't issued any permits in years, and there's been multiple requests, and not only the 1715 fleet, but there's other boats as well. If they were to give that permit, the state would get 20%, and then the leasee or the lessor would get 80%.
Right.
But they won't issue that.
But you're good with that. That would be the conditions, that you have to give them 20% before you find it. Okay. Right. But what I'm saying is if Jimmy goes and jumps in the water and says, holy hallelujah, and he finds it, and then the state wants it all, well, I wouldn't be happy with that. That's not.
No, I don't think I would say anything either.
There you go.
I didn't say that, but I'm just saying, if you're
just for anybody that wants to read about this story, Mark, you did a wonderful article about Jimmy in American Digger. How long ago is that?
That was in 2021 when it came out. So 2 years ago is when the article came out. But yeah, I did the research on it, and Jim had told me about it. I'd heard a little bit about it, and he said, hey, you're going to hear about this anyway. I want to tell you about this. So we talked and kind of decided whether he wanted to share the story. And so we agreed to do that. So we spent a fair amount of time doing the research and the photography and writing the story. So that's how it all pretty much came out there.
Now, we are here tonight to talk about another book, Frank?
No,
that's we're going to talk about. There's a new book out, and these guys are in it. But we're actually talking about that next Monday night. We have the author of the book coming on live with us, Ken Cunliffe. So we're going to go into more detail about the book next week.
This is what we tell everybody. This is unscripted. We don't script nothing. We don't play. I don't know what the hell he's even doing.
I just grabbed my copy because I wanted to show Jimmy's stuff.
So
the book is out. So as a teaser, we'll talk about it next week. But Jimmy's story is in here. One of mine's in here. And
are you coming on next week?
No, the author is.
All right. I'm just wondering. I mean, you want to take my place, bro? It's there.
I didn't notice that I wasn't in here. I have to take that up with Ken when I.
Yeah, I know. You'll be mooching up to him to try and get in his book.
You got to pay more money, Frank.
So, Mark,
I know. I didn't pay him enough.
You Adventures in History, correct?
Yes, sir.
See, I got that right. I must have taken my Prevagen today. And that is the name of your website and Facebook, or?
Well, right now it's just a Facebook group.
Facebook. Okay, yeah, because I know I'm
Yeah.
part of it.
Right.
There's no need to introduce you. Everybody should know who the hell you are. If you don't know who Mark Hoover is, just hit X and get out of this broadcast. Because if you don't know Mark Hoover by now, you don't even know what the hell we're talking about.
One of the other reasons you guys are here, you guys have an event coming up,
Correct.
and it just got a little bit more interesting because of
Right.
Mind Lab. So tell us about your event.
Right. As I mentioned, Jim is the president of the Central Florida Metal Detecting Club. They hold a yearly event. I'm sure they hold more than one, but they hold a yearly event. Like I said, me, Frank, and Ronnie went to. And Jim, you have one coming up. Do you want to explain everything about that hunt?
Yeah, we're having our annual silver relic hunt on October the 7th. And if you want information, you go to our website, Central Florida Metal Detecting Club, and it's got everything on there that you need to know about registering. Right now, it's $149 up until September the 1st, I believe, and then it goes to $179. If you want to wait till the day of the hunt, you can show up. It's going to be $200. Now, the new thing has just come out that we are going to have a meet and greet Friday night before. That'll be the 6th at our location, the Church Pavilion, and plenty of room. And we just found out lately that Mind Lab is going to sponsor a night hunt during the meet and greet. So that's something new. And also, we'll have our hunt on Saturday the 7th. And then on Sunday the 8th, Mind Lab is going to have their competition hunt out there. And
Can you explain
the flyer
I'm
just
sorry.
come out, I think, yesterday.
Yeah, we
So-
posted flyers up on the page.
Can you explain that? Can you explain that competition hunt and how that's going to work?
We understand there's going to be teams of 4. You set your team up and you go through the different challenges that they'll have out there. And if you come up to be first, you'll be entitled to go to, I think, what they call the national. My lab is going to have, I think, 4 different locations. If I'm right, if I'm wrong, Mark, let me know. But they're going to have one in Chattanooga, Tennessee this weekend. And then they're going to have one up in New York. And of course, ours in Florida. And then there's one going to be in Arkansas.
Right.
So all the winners of those competitions in those states is going to go to what I understand to be a regional contest somewhere.
Now, I
Is that
kind of
in
have to.
Arkansas also, Mark?
I'm sorry. Say that again, Jim.
The final, is that going to be in Arkansas?
Alabama.
Yeah, I hadn't
Oh.
heard where the final is going to be.
Yeah, the final.
haven't
I
either.
just read it today. The final will be in Alabama, and then
Yeah.
some of the winners of these locals will get some money to help pay their way to the finals in Alabama.
Yeah, let me talk about that a little bit. So I just want to be clear with everybody. So just before the show, I posted a link on Detect America about our Central Florida Metal Detecting Club event. Okay, so anybody that wants the information on our club hunt on Saturday, you can click on that link on Detect America, and you'll see all the information. There's a registration link on there. You can register, pay your money, and there will be multiple hunts on that day. There will be raffles. We're looking for sponsors. Platinum sponsor is Note to Macro. Mind Lab is a gold sponsor. We're waiting to hear from Garrett. I'll actually be a sponsor, a silver sponsor with Adventures in History. So, and we'll have other people like Digging the Detectors will be there. And the point being is that you can be a sponsor, you can run raffles, you can sell merchandise, whatever you want to do all throughout the day, which is a lot of fun because there's a lot of stuff going on even between the hunts. And then we'll have a food truck out there, maybe more than one, but we'll have some really good food out there. And then that'll go on all day Saturday. But this other thing that everybody's talking about, sometimes they get confused. That's why I wanted to clarify it. It's different. It's even though it's the same weekend, we're doing our event on Saturday.
It's separate from your guys.
Right. In
Yeah.
my lab, and I'll post that link up on, I think it's already up there.
Is there an entrance fee?
For which one? Yeah, for
Mind
both.
Lab.
Yes, it's the Mind Lab fee, and this is called the Masters of Metal Detecting Regional Event, and the cost is $100 per team. And when you go to register, you put in 5 names. You have 4 competitors and 1 alternate, and that's your team. Now, each regional event will be limited to 30 total teams maximum. So the total competition can have up to 120 different teams with the 4 different locations. And the top 2 teams at each regional event will then go to the national event. But the top 2 teams, I think, and Frank mentioned this, will also win money to help them pay to go to the national event, right? So I think knowing what I know now, and by the way, they tested this event at our club hunt about 2 months ago, and Jim and I were both competitors on different teams. And what they did was they tested the whole concept at this event at our hunt. We had 13 teams with 4 people each. And it's a tough competition. It's not easy by any stretch of the imagination.
Now,
And Jim, what place did your team come in? Do you remember?
We came in second place.
And our team came in 5th. So yeah. So
no one ever remembers second place, Jim. Okay, let's just face
I
it.
know that's we'll have to work on that. Yeah.
Now, let me ask you a question. Since you guys had is there somewhere that explains what the events are and how they work for someone?
Surprise, surprise.
No, I haven't seen that, but I can tell you.
Okay, go ahead.
So there's really 3 parts of the competition. There's a part and just so you know, when they tested it at our event, they tested it for the purposes of saying, okay, what do we need to improve? What do we need to eliminate? What do we need to fix? So what I share with you could be tweaked a little bit by the time they actually have the competition.
That's fine. Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So the first part is there's a field with a large number of tokens, right? You got 4 team members. First team member goes out for 5 minutes, gets as many tokens as they can get. Second, and by the way, that 5 minutes feels like 30 seconds. When you get out on that field and you go 5 minutes, it's going like that.
Sure.
So the second person goes 5 minutes, the third person goes 10 minutes, and then the fourth person goes 15 minutes. And then you total up all your tokens between the 4 members, and then they rank the teams. Teams with the most tokens get the highest number of points, then second and third on fourth on down.
Okay.
The second competition is, think of it as like a relay race with 4 lines. Okay, the first person, the 13 teams all lined up with their first person on the line.
Right.
And then when they say go, they go into a certain section of the field, and there's hundreds of just tokens. But you had to find a specific token with a color tape on it, like a yellow tape, and you couldn't move on until you found that token with that color. So you could find 10, 15, 20 tokens before you find the right one. And once you find the right one, then you tag off to your teammate. They go to the next field, which has a different color token. And then the third person the same, and then so on and so forth. So that could be very, very frustrating because you can
We
find
used to do that with the Shadow team, and I hated that event. Oh my God, I hated that thing.
And we, like on our team, we really struggled. Like I found like, I don't know, 20 tokens before I found a color. I tagged off to the next person after me. He walked 2 steps, got a signal, bent down, and got a color token, and then went on through. So, you know, it's by the, you just got to have
luck.
luck, and you got to have, you can't give up. You can't just
Yeah,
walk
speed.
away and say, I'm giving up.
Okay, and then the third event.
The third event is really it's how good you know your detector, because there's 12 stations and there's targets at each of the 12 stations, and you get 5 minutes, and you say what the target is. You have a piece of paper with all the different possibilities, and you have to take that number one and put it in which one you think it is, and then you go to the second station all the way to 12. Now, the problem they had, and this is where they're going to tweak it the most, I think, is they had way too many items on the card, and the items were so small I couldn't even read the card. I knew what it was, but I couldn't find it on the card. So I think what they figured out is, we need to tweak this so it's easy to read the card.
A little different.
There's not as many possibilities.
Not many different. Yeah, I get that. Yeah. So, go ahead, Mark.
Yeah, so that's the three, and then each one of those competitions, you get ranked with points, and then they total up all the points, and then you get first, second, third, all the way down.
So, Jimmy,
they're not limited to Mind Lab detectors, correct?
No, you can use whatever detector you want. I think, and I'm not going to say who, but I think some of the other manufacturers are thinking about entering their own teams.
Yeah, that's true. So, Jimmy, how did you cheat to get into second place? you don't play fair.
I need one of the competition.
I know you pretty well, and I know you didn't do that straight up. Okay, so either you or someone in your group had to cheat, and you didn't even do it good enough because you came in second.
He had a ringer on his team.
Yeah.
Oh, you wait to this new team I've done put together.
Yeah. Who?
Oh, we got some secrets there.
Well, if one of them John Porchella, dude, you're bound to lose. You know what? I'm putting my money on it right now. Porchella's team will suck. This is on tape. It's John Porchella's team will suck. That's just my opinion.
I think you're right, Steve.
Huh?
I think you're right.
Daniel Lewis in the chat. He's laughing.
Daniel, Daniel, don't team up with Porchella because he's a mush.
Did Porchella ever tell the story when he stubbed his toe on the anchor and then he said he found it with his melody?
Yeah. Somebody said, "Look at that anchor," and John's like, "What is that?" So that's interesting. That Mind Lab's going to do that.
I'm not seeing any nasty responses, so he must not be in the chat.
Oh, he's in the chat. Trust me, he's in the chat.
No, but we're starting to put together some flyers, and we're going to get it out on social media, so it'll be out there probably within the next few days.
And of course, Detect America. And listen, guys, me and Frank have this. I'll call it a rule. We don't really like people posting hunts that we don't support. We fully support this hunt and your Sunday event as well. We don't just let anybody post a hunt
unless we can vet it. And I mean, you guys you post all you want.
Because we got a questionable one coming up in Jersey. It's called something like "Dig Me, Dude." That is really a shady event. No, we're gonna talk about that. We got a good one coming up in Jersey.
40 some days away for that.
And I'm sorry, but as I was saying, Mark, I just want to interrupt.
Oh, go ahead.
As I was saying, Shelly Williams and Audra Thomas and a whole bunch of people are putting this Dude together. And I was talking to Shelly, and she just wanted to thank Mark so much. She was so appreciative of the donations that Mark made to their upcoming hunt, August 25th, I think it is. It's 25th, 20, somewhere in there. You guys look it up. But that's all she talked. Oh, I love Mark Hoover. He sent a mob of that. I love Mark. She never mentioned Frank because she hates Frank. But Mark Hoover, you're like the main man in her book.
Yeah, well, I'm glad we could support that event. I'd love to get up there and be a part of that.
And Frank, Ronnie and I,
the area where this is being held, that general vicinity, should be a really good
And
area.
Ronnie and I will be at that hunt. Frank's gonna say, "Oh, I'm gonna come. I'm gonna come," and they won't show up.
Yeah, there's a lot. It's 1,200 miles, dude. And
No,
I'm
it's not 1,200 miles. It's not 1,200 miles. It's 1,200 miles at 35 miles an hour. That's the problem.
It's 1,200 miles if I'm doing 90 miles an hour. It's still 1,200 miles.
You ain't doing 90. That's the problem. If you did 90, you'd get there in like.
That's the point.
You'd actually get there.
In all fairness, Frank drives much faster now that he's in Florida.
Well, no,
No,
it just seems
I
that
actually-
it's much faster because the
I
top
actually-
speed down here is 45 miles an hour.
Right. He drives faster than everybody else, but they're driving slower than him.
It's a whole new
actually-
thing when I
Hey.
pull up to an intersection. I'm going, come on.
Frank, somebody just posted it. If you leave now, you'll get there in time.
He'll be late.
Dave,
He will be
it's
late. He will be late. But I know you guys got a lot of good members in that Central Florida club. There's a lot of great people. We had a great time coming. Oh, what's that called? The Gator Swamp? Where did we eat, Ron?
Oh, the gate
Swamp House.
Swamp House.
Swamp
If
House. There you go.
Anybody going to there, anybody going to that event, if you don't eat at the Swamp House, you got a lot of problems. You need to go to the Swamp House.
Good
We had
food.
fun there.
Good food. Yep.
Hey, I wanted to mention one other thing. That I want to throw this out there because, and Jim and I haven't talked about this, but this is something I've been thinking about doing. So we have the meet and greet on Friday. We have our event on Saturday. We have the Mind Lab event on Sunday. I have the opportunity to put together a Native American hunt where we look for Native American arrowheads on private land on maybe a Monday, where if somebody wanted to go and look all day and do sifting or whatever, I was going to show you. I did it myself, and I wanted to try it out. So this is my very first
Killing me. I got it.
arrowhead
Nice.
that I found during this event. I sent it to a guy who put together this case for me. But what I'm saying is, there's a place here in Florida where, if people wanted to, we could probably organize a arrowhead hunt or Native American hunt on private land on Monday, and it would be like an all-day thing.
I can't
You
hold
need
back.
to go to a shark tooth hunt.
I was just going to ask that. I was going to say, do you think we could go look for megalodon teeth on Tuesday?
Yeah, we could probably do that too.
I'm in dire need. I'm in dire need of one. That's all I can say.
Or maybe we could do that on Monday.
Now, Jimmy, what is your relationship with John Porcello? Can you tell us? Because we hate him. I know, right? we don't like him. Do you like this guy, or because you hunt with him a lot?
Well, really, I haven't really had a chance to hunt with him a lot. We did go up in his neck of the woods and do a sandbar 2 or 3 weeks ago. And I really expected a whole lot more out of John than what he put out. We hunted on that sandbar for a good 6-7 hours. And he didn't find squat. So
But then he goes on the beach and he pulls 9 rings. I don't know. I think he's invested in a jewelry store. That's all
well,
I'm saying.
he admitted that he bit off a little bit more than what he could chew. We did able to pull out. I think we pulled out 6 to 7 rings off that sandbar. So we done pretty good. But poor old John, he pouted his way back home. He didn't find much of anything at all.
I keep telling John that the frisbee on the end of a stick is not a metal detector, but he doesn't want to listen to me.
Now I did hear from Damien. I guess y'all do know Damien down here.
Yeah.
And John, they went out they did do a ring recovery today, so that was pretty cool.
Yeah, but who found the ring at that one? Though? Was it John or was it Damien?
I think it was John. It was John.
Huh?
So he must have turned his metal detector back on.
Or Damien found it, felt bad, gave it to John. I get it.
Yeah.
In all fairness, Frank's just being mean to John today because he wouldn't take us to the beach that Frank wanted to go to last time we were there.
Listen,
Hey Frank, you're down here now. Why don't you come up and hunt with me and Mark one day?
I will absolutely do it. The thing with John was, now, I mean, granted, I'm new to Florida. But I'm not necessarily new to beaches. So I know Florida's got like 1,000 miles of beach. And there was one particular beach I wanted to go to. And for some reason, John said, "No, it's closed. It's closed today."
So on the ring recovery, it was Damian and Daniel Lewis on the ring recovery today.
Oh, was
Okay.
it? Oh, okay.
See,
My bad.
that makes totally more sense to me now. He found it.
Hey, Frank, if you invite me to come hunting with you, I'll bring you a jar of strawberry jam.
Listen,
Ooh.
my door is always open. But
All right.
what I'm seeing on the page, there's a lot more being found on the east side of the state than over here on the west side.
I don't know about that.
I tell you, I takes getting used to, because I talk to guys down here. Goes, oh yeah, we're going out for the low tide. I'm from
There's no
Jersey
tide.
beaches,
There's no low
and
tide.
there's no tide. I mean, they're like, oh, the low tide, the water moved down 1.5 feet. That's low tide here.
Right.
So it's, and the problem for me, and this is new to me here, is that when you hit the beach up here on the Gulf, people aren't in Jersey. We go, if I'm into my knees, I know the 6 hours earlier that was at my chest, and we're finding stuff there. Here in the Gulf, it's flat for like 1,000 feet, and they're swimming 1,000 feet out.
Well,
So that little wash up in here, we're not finding much. We're finding more up on the dry and in the pack. And then if you go out, a couple hundred feet, you'll find the targets there too.
the best time to metal detect on your side is right late afternoon when there's right after a thunderstorm, because everybody snatches those towels up and they forget about all the stuff that's on the towel.
And
and
I
it
was
rains
doing the
and-
morning thing here, like we do in Jersey. I was doing the morning thing here, and I was finding squat. Now, I went out, the last time I was out, I went out in the afternoon, and I pulled a bunch of targets. Of course, they were all junk, but I found this metal. It must have been 23 grams of what I thought was something special, and then I found it on Amazon for $12. So, but at least I was finding stuff finally on the Gulf side. It's tough, but I'm looking forward to coming over and digging on the East Coast.
All right.
It's not like it's that far away. What happened to Steve?
Yeah, what happened to Steve? It got awful quiet.
Was
did
that
get quiet.
thunder I was hearing?
Yeah, it's
I was
just
hearing
thunder
all
here
kinds
in
of
my
noise in the
place.
background, like it was thunder.
Yeah.
Hi, Celeste.
Hi.
Hey, Celeste.
Celeste got a ring recovery the other day, her second time out with the legend, and they approached her on the beach, and she had called me. I was going there trying to help her, and 5 minutes later, she called me back. She had got it.
That's awesome.
And
Congratulations.
very, very proud of that. That was awesome.
Hey, Frank, can I mention what you've been helping me with here lately?
You can, absolutely.
Okay. Well, I was talking to Frank, and like I do a lot of diving, but I do a lot of shallow water diving also. And I've got the Manicore, and I wasn't really satisfied with the sound of the headphones. So I reached out to Frank and told him the problem. So he has fixed up the perfect situation for underwater metal detecting with the Manicore. Now, since they had the upgrade, they had the volume increased with a new upgrade, it should work great.
And like I said, there's a couple more tweaks that can be done. I mean, the only thing, and when you get them, if they're wet, it's because I dunked them in the pool. So I think I offset that problem, and if it needs a little bit more, just let me know, because I can increase that ballast a little bit on it.
Yeah, I think that was a fantastic idea because, of course, what was happening, there was still air pocket in the earmuffs.
Come to find out, though. Come to find out, Jim, when you get down to a certain depth with these, the materials, because we're subject to what they make for us, the shells, and I love the shells because they're really durable, but there's a little bit of buoyancy in the shell itself.
Yeah.
So I think we offset that. I think it should work for you. And like I said, if it doesn't, I can increase that a little bit for you, and I think it'll work out good.
Is
Yeah,
it
I thought
is
that
it
was a
true?
good idea.
Is it true you put a chin strap on it?
Don't laugh. That was my next thing. I was going to ask you again, how the chin strap work for you.
He's got a football helmet with a chin strap.
And a mouthpiece.
Yeah, that'd have been a little bit too much, but I'm really looking forward to trying them out.
Yeah, I can't wait. I was hoping you were going to have them today, but they should be there tomorrow.
Hey, Frank, did we ever tell you about the first time we met Celeste?
No.
So this goes back about, I want to say like 3 or 4 years, but definitely before COVID, maybe 4 years ago. And I had met Celeste online, through Facebook, and she was, knew she was over there. She came to our hunt, and we met her, and we were doing the raffles. And the grand prize of the raffles is the CTX 3030, right?
I didn't realize what event that was.
It was our event, and they pulled her ticket, and the look on her face was priceless. I mean, when Celeste won that CTX 3030, I think we were all going to cry. But we were so happy for her.
That is her pride and joy.
Yeah, we were so happy when she won that. But that was when we first met Celeste.
Hey, can I?
And then Gary Drayton had a sign, and that was all different story about that.
Can I say something? I was hacked. I was really, as soon as I talked about John Porchella, my laptop shut down, and his face came on my screen. And for the life of me, I couldn't get back on. I had to send him $4,500 in Bitcoin to release it. You gotta be! I can't believe I got shut down like that.
Tomorrow, John will find Bitcoins on the beach. You watch.
Frank, you did really well covering while I was gone. I'm surprised. I figured you would get to bed.
Mark, that's her pride and joy. We take really good. Matter of fact, I just programmed that machine for her.
Did you really? Yeah, well, that was a great day. It was a great story. We were happy for Celeste and glad she won it. And so
I had Ken Arlington program it for me, but I couldn't find anything with it. But then once Gary Drayton signed it, it was my pride and joy. And
it should have gone downhill after that.
Yeah, it did. Didn't work after that till I fixed it.
You're letting her actually keep that with Gary's signature on it?
To be fair, she told me I could sign under it or over it. So.
I mean, you actually allow that in your house? Because I'm surprised.
It's a CTA. Listen, sometimes a CTX to me, if it was bright pink with flowers, I'd still keep it and use it. So.
Well, I heard that when Celeste got it signed by Gary that you started sleeping with it.
What, the machine?
Yeah, the machine.
So, who's the person who wrote that book? Was that Ken?
That's Ken Cunliffe. He's on next week.
I just saw his name. He's watching our show. I'm doing the list of giveaways here because I know we got a lot of things to give away, so we might as well do that now. And I just created a wheel for the giveaways, and so if anybody
those cool those tumblers are nice. They look cool.
Okay, so we're giving.
You want to give a couple of those away?
And okay.
Yeah, hell yeah.
All right, so how many you want to give away, Jim? Tell me now. We'll start picking names.
I've got 2 right here in front of me.
Okay, so we got 2 tumblers to give away. Now the winner is going to send their information to Jimmy.
Mark, just fill that one with jam and send that to me.
I apologize, Mark. The guy is such a mooch. You would think he doesn't have any money. I mean,
listen, I don't wear any shirts that don't have a logo on them. All my tumblers are either Detect America or John White's or somebody's. I love this stuff. Listen, Ronnie won a tumbler at FH7. He hasn't gotten it because I use it.
Okay. What else have I got from you guys?
We're going to give away a Jimmy Tippett tumbler. Pick a random name. We all know the rules. You have to be there. I'll call your name. You have 1 minute to reply. It's got to be seen by Frank, Ron, or I. And I oversee all rules and what do you call it? Protests or whatever. Rocky Moore. Now, I know that name.
Oh, that's my buddy, Rocky.
Rocky Moore,
That's awesome. Rocky's in Florida. He's over on your side of the state.
you're now on the clock, Rocky. You have 1 minute to reply. No, Elaine, we're not picking you. Brian, we're not picking you. And I haven't seen Don Went in the chat. Has anyone seen him? Because
Oh, he's there.
yeah, he's there. I can only imagine.
There
what
he
we
is.
get. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, the buffet. Oh my God. He said we need to make shirts with Steve's face on a pizza saying DA Buffet Slayer. I'm good with that. So Rocky Moore. So oh my God, that's funny. So wait, Rocky, you got Rocky's down to about 15 seconds. Has anybody seen him?
Not yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, one. Remember, the rules are set. I don't need people telling me if he's here or not. We need to see him reply, and I'm going to give him about another 5 seconds, and that's a minute. So Rocky, you missed the cut. Rocky Raccoon Moore. All right, so we're going to move on. We're officially moving on. And the next person on the clock, he's won things before, Roger Smith. Roger Smith, you have 1 minute. So Roger Smith has 1 minute to answer up. And I want to thank you guys for doing the giveaways, man. We don't require that people come on and give away Megalodon Shark's Tooth to the host when he's in need of them. But
or free food.
We're free food.
Strawberries.
Roger Smith thinks he's here. So Roger, you're the winner. Roger, you're going to send your information to Jimmy Crossbone Tippett, and he'll mail that to you. Okay. We're going to go for the next winner of that. Wow. Our good friend Marla Riggins Lee. Marla, you have 1 minute. You need to answer up. I believe they were here earlier because they were.
She was.
Probably off
She
the
was
beach in Atlantic City.
Yeah. She was here though. I saw her just a little while ago.
So
Here
Marla,
she is. She's here.
All right.
Right. So Marla, you're a winner there, and I don't know. See, Marla and Herb Lee are visiting Jersey right now.
Yep.
They came here. They flew in from Texas. They had nothing but great things to say about Shelly and Audra and Dawn. They spent some time with those folks, and they're now in.
They came down to the shop too. They were here.
They did. They came and
Right
visited
there in
Ron.
your shop.
I heard they didn't steal anything.
No, they left you home.
They
Not
don't-
everybody like you.
You go to runs, you got to steal. I don't get it. So they're now in Atlantic City, and I'm going to see them Wednesday night. I can't get on the beach to detect with them, and I feel so bad.
It's already a win because Herb. I'm guessing that he was down by the steel pier. Herb already pulled a silver dime off the AC beach.
Yeah, because because I gave him the lowdown on that beach and how to hunt and
Still lots of old goodies under that steel pier.
unlike this is why I talked about Jimmy and him and inviting his friend. We are not like that at Detect America. Jimmy hates us. He just gave us the finger and left.
Jimmy, just click the link again.
So, what was I going to say? No, when people come down, I talked to Herb. I said, "Look, Bubba gave him a lowdown on how to hunt the beach, and he's out there and he's working it, and I think he's going to have fun." So, and we'll see you guys Wednesday night. I'll probably do a live with those guys. We're going to go out to a nice Italian restaurant.
Frank, isn't there something you're supposed to open on this show?
Oh yeah,
Yeah. Okay. So as Jimmy was talking about, we kind of customized a set of Aquatex for him, counterweighted them for deeper diving. So another friend of ours, Gary Penta, reached out to me, and we pretty much did the same thing for Gary.
this is a setup.
And I got this in the mail, and I was told not to open it until we were live on the show.
And you're falling for this, right? You're falling for this. You know this can't be anything good.
I'm saying if it's a card of you or Mark,
This ain't anything good. This can't be anything good.
so okay, so it's a cool card. It's a card of Gary.
Where's yours? Where's the one where you want it? Yeah.
Aquatech, baby.
Oh, yes. Oh, my
awesome patch. But my man made me and look.
A Gary Penta original.
That's cool.
Dude, those are awesome.
They're awesome.
I
Now,
gotta tell you something, Frank.
I got to lose them.
Frank, oh yeah, you'll leave them on the back of your truck and run them over.
I got to put them immediately if I get lost.
I gotta tell you something, buddy. Listen, I've been doing a lot of detecting. I ain't finding shit, but your Aquatex, dude, I don't understand. I saw a post again tonight. Hey, anybody know where we can get good waterproof headphones? I'm like, why? Where is it that people don't hear about these things?
The best thing I found down here, I saw down here so far, as I hit the beach one day and there was two guys out in the water, a ways out in the water, and not guys I know. I don't know who they are. I've never met them before, but one guy was wearing Aquatex, so that was awesome.
I gotta give a shout out. What? And you were like, I'm the guy that made him. Can you give me something? Right?
Well, I couldn't reach him, so I told everybody on the beach. I said, "See that guy over there?"
Hey, I made them. Can you give me something? I got to give a shout out to the repair guys at Mind Lab. Frank, we were
you got it back already?
Oh yeah. Well, wait till you hear this. So my headphones weren't working, and of course I blamed Frank for his shoddy manufacturing. It's Friday.
It didn't matter that we put 3 pair in that worked on mine, but didn't work on yours.
Yeah, but I was sure it was your shoddy workmanship. But it turned out after years of abuse, I bought this thing in like 2016, I think, or maybe even before that. And my connector was green, so we figured it was inside here, and it was. So I think what they did was, you see the new bolts around here. I think all they did was, I think they replaced it with everything, because this all looks. Well, now maybe these were already there, but they rebuilt this $135.
Listen, anytime they got to open up that machine, it's $135. That's a win.
And they actually gave me a O-ring.
O-ring.
So they threw the O-ring in, but no, and
well,
really,
you bought yours in 2016, so you still had the little red O-rings in it.
No, I didn't. I bought new O-rings for it.
When I sent it in, they did it for free.
Okay. Oh, that's fine. But listen, $135. They charge. I got a letter saying they charge $85 per hour to work on a thing. So well, they might not have charged me that much labor because the parts themselves, So, guys, thank you. It was a quick turnaround, and you know why I needed this? Because of the hunt we're going to. It's been posted on our page, the ECRDA hunt in New Jersey coming up in October, or is that October, Ron?
Yeah.
So, and they require us to wear headphones. So I needed my headphone jack repaired so I can.
That's good. We need to say more nice things about them, because after the whole X-Terror report, I'm not sure they're talking to me.
Mind Lab? Stop. But great service on their part. I gotta give kudos where I can give kudos. So, do we have anything else to give away, or are we just like?
Yeah, you want to give something else away? Let's see. What do we got? I gotta open the safe.
Yes, you got to keep those steel pennies safe, Ron.
Yeah, that's right.
Hey,
so years ago, my buddy, I don't know who the heck sent it to me now. I forget.
Hey, I'm gonna drop out. I'm gonna let you guys do the last giveaway. I'm gonna go over and check out Butch.
Oh yeah. Check out Butch, because we don't want to run over. We always step on the beginning of Butch.
Are you really shitting me? You're like, the hell with you guys, I'm out of here.
Butch is talking to Ken Cunliffe tonight. So
all right.
Yeah, I gotta go over.
All right, buddy. And tell Jimmy thanks for coming on. I'm sorry he dropped out.
All right, Steve, I'll get your Meg to.
No, I will talk to you about. No, I will call you.
All right, Frank, I'll take care of you.
Worry
And
about
Ronnie,
me,
whatever
and
you need,
I'll-
just give me a call.
Thank you,
You
buddy.
got it,
Good talking to you.
Thank
Right?
you,
Mark Hoover, Adventures in History. He's out of here to go see a better show than ours.
Mark.
All right, we'll do one quick nice giveaway. Since it's running late, we don't want to cut too much into American Digger. Let's give away a peace dollar.
Woo, nice.
Are you
All right.
kidding me? I'm putting my name on this list.
This is 1922. So it's a pretty coin. It's clean.
That's a beautiful coin to give away.
All
Let me
right.
tell you,
so-
the prices of those things are going up.
the price of everything's going up.
All right, Amy Maxwell.
Steve, you see my Aquatex?
I hate you. Oh, you listen? I got enough stuff. Did you see my Gary Penta stuff? Amy Maxwell, you have 1 minute. There's my Gary Penta original right there.
There
buddy.
you go.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
you know what? They could have he could have just grabbed a Weeble and put your head on it. So,
Remember them? Weeble. Oh, you're giving, dude. Don't give people ideas.
I just
Amy
want to
Maxwell, you just gave Don Wendt like the worst idea in the whole friggin' world.
I just want to give a shout out to Gary Penta. Thank you. I'm not going to say, but he's sending me something also.
see? See how it
Amy
is?
Maxwell is here. So, Amy, you're going to contact Ron DeGhetto for your win. Congratulations on a very beautiful coin.
Hey, Steve, you know what I'm going to do with these? So, a couple years ago, my friend Pato Masters and Susie Wise made a DA Frank Lupergolo action figure,
Ah,
and he's gonna put the.
You're going to put
Actually, I
them on.
probably won't take him out of the
I was
package.
going to say, don't take him out of the bag, man.
I think I'll leave him in the package.
Bad enough you mooch shit off people, and now you got Gary sending you things.
I can't help the love that I exude for people.
Oh, you're exuding. You mean expressing. You express. You're expressing.
Give me the winner's name again, just so that I have a track of it.
Amy Maxwell.
Amy Maxwell. All right, Amy, make sure you send me your address so we can
So,
get this thing out.
folks, if you missed last week's show, we had Shelly on and Audra talking about Dig It Dude, the event. I talked to Shelly, and we were promoting it now on Detect America for signups. So if you're interested in going to their hunt in August, I believe it's the 25th. I can't be required to remember everything. I think it's the 25th and 26th,
I
right,
think
Ron?
that
It is. Hold on. That's the ECRDA hunt.
And Frank.
Yeah.
September, August.
oh, Brian, people say I hope you feel better, Brian. How are you feeling, buddy?
Shelly's hunt is the 26th and the 27th of August.
All right,
I
26th,
believe they're going to have a meet and greet on
Yeah, I
that
think
Friday.
Yeah.
25th.
Okay.
And the meet
Frank,
and greet's going to be at the site.
Right.
Frank, do you think, and we're probably going to have them on again. We want to get them on the show a week or two or maybe three, whenever they want to come back
Yeah,
on.
a couple weeks before the event. Yeah.
What do you think about a prize box to send down to them, Frank, including a couple
Well, Ronnie had
bottles?
already talked to them, so we're going to do probably Aquatex. We're going to do at least one or two ugly boxes. Ronnie's putting in a couple of detectors, I believe.
And
Three,
throw
I
some,
said
of
3 detectors down and 2 silver rounds.
throw some of them bottles in there.
Yeah, we could do that too because
Yeah.
they're big bottle hounds. So
There's going to be a lot of people that like bottles at that, and I
Yeah,
know
so we
things
got-
are out of there. I was
we're
telling
working on
Shelly
a
about
package.
it. I was
we're
trying
working
to,
on a package.
yeah, I was trying to, yeah, but they need it by August. They need it by August.
Oh well, listen, people listen. 2 years ago, people were just getting the stuff from the Christmas show. 2 years ago.
I know, but this is for their hunt, and I've paid my dues to go into that hunt.
Yeah, there will be a box shipped down for sure. Ronnie, should I just send it to you?
Either that or unless you have Shelly's address.
Can you
can
get
send
it to
up.
New
Yeah,
Jersey?
I can drop it.
Yeah, whatever.
One way or the
send
other.
it to Steve. I mean, it doesn't matter. We'll get
No,
it.
send it to Steve.
Yeah, don't send
You
it
got
to
a lot of nerve. You got a lot of nerve.
Listen, I want to thank those two guys, Jimmy Tippett and Mark Hoover, for coming on tonight. And
Oh my God.
apologize, Jimmy. Jimmy, I'm sorry you dropped out, buddy, but I appreciate you coming on. And get in touch with me when you get that package and let me know how you like it. And thank you so much to my buddy Gary Penta, because that's awesome. That's just awesome.
He's a great.
I'm going to put it in my case and put lights on it.
Yeah, I do have that 10-ounce round, Don. If you're interested, let me know. I got so much stuff here. I can't even unload it either. I always say I'm going to sell stuff, and then I'm like, I don't sell it. I'm like, I buy this, I'm going to sell it, and I go to sell it, and I don't sell it.
I know. Well, you buy stuff to sell, and then you don't let go of it.
I know.
I can't sell this. Look how beautiful it is.
I know. I'm like, I don't need, what else? I got some other stuff coming.
I'll give you a good deal on the shark's tooth.
You know what? You told me I wasn't allowed to say anything.
Why? I'm offering you your friend to friend. I'm just giving you a shark's tooth.
I should put
I'll bezel it for you.
I should put a reward out for that. I got to be no, seriously. I got to be careful. People were contacting me, and that's all I'm going to say about that. And I'm trying to be civil about things. I'm like, yeah.
Marla's asking if you ever ate the freeze dried stuff.
I did tonight. I told you.
She may have came on.
Oh, Marla, before the show.
Late. Yeah, he was showing off tonight, Marla.
I was eating these, and I'm still on a sugar high. I got to go to bed, and I'm never going to sleep.
Yeah,
these things are delicious.
I almost broke out one of mine tonight, but I'm saving it for a special occasion. Tomorrow.
What were they called? The ones you were eating liver snaps. That's what they sent you. They sent you liver snaps.
No, listen, but I killed that bag. I killed that bag of liverwurst. It was awesome.
So again, like I said, anybody out there that might be listening who would like to make a donation to Shelly and Dawn's hunt, because they are taking, like I said, Ronnie's making a donation, Frankie's making a donation. I may have something besides me. I'm a little scared because Shelly was saying she had a surprise for me happening at this hunt, and that
nice.
I get very scared at these types of things.
I hope they videotape it.
I'd like to see you come.
It's not. Like I told Shelly, it will be a game time decision. I may just jump in the truck and drive up. I have a couple of trips to New Jersey coming up because my son's getting married, and so I shall see.
Oh, he's getting married in Jersey?
Yeah, he's getting married. He's coming up to get married in Jersey.
Good. Yeah, they were a little late because they were on the beach down there. Atlantic City. That water's beautiful in Jersey, dude. I was in the water all day yesterday. It was nice.
No sharks.
They were on the beach after dark up there.
Yesterday was one of my better days. I did find a fake ring. I found like about 5 or 6 earrings yesterday. None were gold, but the last one I thought looked good too, and it wasn't.
John Porchella found an anchor. Oh wait, that wasn't yesterday. That was a while ago.
Are you talking about our ex-member John Porchella?
Oh, you guys are heartless.
Our newest.
John,
our newest. And
John,
newest
get in touch with me, John Porchella. Get in touch with me if you want to put a team together for that hunt. I'll let you on my team as long as you get 2 good guys.
What? You're going to say what I think you said? Oh my God! I want to go there just to watch you 2 friggin' argue.
Well, I didn't. Listen, remember, we have to have 5 members. One's an alternate.
Yeah, that's going to go real well. Oh man, I want to see you. Oh my God! No, John, you want to take me to this other field because that one's good.
I want to put a team together for this thing, and I don't really know anybody down here, so I guess she's John. If you want to get on the team, let me know.
Yeah, I don't know if I could make that. Things are just.
No, listen. It's a rough haul, but I mean, it would be fun to do. Then with my luck, I'd have like 4 really good guys, and we come in 9th or something. So. And I got to remember, we used to do that. we used to do that relay way back when the Shadow still had the team. I don't think I ever hated an event more than that relay. I hated it. Oh my god, I hated it.
John Porcella says he's not good enough.
John, there won't be any anchors. There won't be any anchors to trip. I mean, fine. I'm just saying.
Shelly wants you to read. She's saying, read your text.
Read my text.
Yeah, she may have sent you a text message. I'm going to bed.
Oh, okay, Shelly.
That's good enough. We got that.
I'm just saying. I know the surprise. All I'm saying is dress appropriately, and that involves a Speedo. All I'm saying.
Rob Burnett, you could message me about that. A 6-inch coil for the 3030. I have one, and I've never used it.
I had 2 of them, and don't get me wrong, they're nice, but I never use them, so I sold both of them.
You know what? What did I do? I had the big coil. I got the 5x9.
I traded Dirt Diggler I traded him my 17-inch coil with Dirt Diggler from Superstition Mountain Show.
Right.
My 17-inch coil for his 6-inch coil.
I got a 6-inch coil. I never used. You know what it is? Because you got to connect it. I don't sit there.
You have a 17-inch coil?
No, you know what? Did we buy them or did someone else buy them? They were so damn heavy. I got the 5x9. I got the Coil Tech 5x9. And
does it have a coil protector on it? Because I need something paint white for the side of my house.
You ain't getting it. No, I don't think the Coil Techs have protectors. But I had the 15-inch for the Equinox. A guy wanted to buy that, and he ain't got back to me. I don't even use. I'm just using the stock coils anymore.
That was my problem. I got the coils and I was like, yeah, I'll use this, and I never really changed off the stock coil.
No, you got to sit there and take it apart. And I'm not using I don't know. Somebody wants a 6-inch. Send me a message and we'll talk about it. I may not get right back to you because I'm going to sleep tonight and I got obligations during the week. But we'll talk. Send me a message and I'm
getting ready to have a vanilla banana malt.
Yeah,
I found malted milk mix down here, and I'm just living large.
So, Ronnie, how's everything going, buddy? How's the shop rocking? It was great to have.
Very good, man. I figured for July, man. July we usually quiet down in the summer months, but man, we've been rocking and rolling. I'm happy about that.
So, was it a surprise that Marla and Herb came?
Absolutely. Actually, Shelly let me know that she was going to bring them over.
Yeah.
But we had lunch. They brought over, Shelly brought over some hoagies, and we chit-chatted. And I told them, don't be disappointed when you see the place because it's not much. But they had a nice time.
Yeah, we're gonna hit Angela. We're gonna go to Angelo's Wednesday.
Oh, Angelo's?
Oh, that'll be good.
Very nice. Very nice.
Yeah, tell them how good that place is.
I'll tell you what, too. They're in the Tropicana, they moved the Italian restaurant, and it's right on the main gaming floor. And the food there is to die for.
Carmine's or
no, not Carmine's.
What was the other one?
I'm trying to think the name of
Roman?
the place.
Carmine's the one that served everything family style.
Yeah, that's the family style one. But this one is right
Nero's.
on the casino floor.
Is it Nero's?
No, that's over at Caesar. Well, was
Okay.
over at Caesar's. Gosh, I can't think of the Il
Progresso.
Il Repute.
Well, I'll tell you what. Anyway, I mean, the food is excellent there.
You know what? My wife says to me, she goes, "Oh, that Facebook post you made wasn't funny. People were thinking you're going to massage parlors." Really?
You probably are, aren't you?
Not anymore. They want me to pay by the acreage, so I'm screwed. It's so much goddamn money.
Once they went to square pound, payment by square pound, Steve was out.
But you know what? You guys have both been to my trailer down the shore. So my neighbor,
Il Verde.
So I'm talking to my neighbor down the shore, right? And I was telling him, I said, look, if there's any problems, my dog's in the trailer. I go, if my trailer catches fire, would you please save my dog? Right? I mean, that's what you want. Get my dog out of there. So he goes, yeah, but what about your wife? I said, please save my dog. Get my. I don't know how clear I could have been. You know, but she thinks, oh gee, because I post things online, people are going to believe it. No, I don't go to massage parlors. Okay, I joke about it.
I just again, about Il Verde. If the Lees are still watching, because I know they're in Atlantic City, if you want to go to a very good restaurant, also. Oh yeah, well you were going to take them over to Angelo's, right?
Yeah. What are you trying to railroad me, dude?
I'm telling you, try Il Verde. You won't be disappointed.
Trying to railroad me.
Oh yeah.
Take it to Bobby Flay's.
Yeah.
We go there every
or
time
Gordon
in
Puck.
Atlantic City.
Gordon Puck, Gordon. We take him to. You know what? We'll start at one and get drinks, and then go to the other for appetizers. To the. I don't believe this shit.
Oh, she enjoyed it. It looks like she's been there already.
Oh, good. So then,
Good. Angelo's is very good too. Angelo's is very
Good,
good.
because McDonald's is up next for Stevie.
So, anything else we got to promote?
That's it, man.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go over and watch a good show.
Don't forget Josh Kimmel Sunday and Wednesday, Shelley and Dawn on Thursday, Audra Thomas on Tuesday. What else? Anything else? Great show. It was a good show having those guys. You can't beat them two.
No, thanks again for coming on, guys. I'm going to send them a little thank you, and
I want to make a suggestion.
Now all of a sudden Ronnie wants to talk. We're just about to go off the air, and Ronnie.
I'm going to make this short. I think we need to have John Porcello on the show for one show.
you know what? Here's the thing.
Nuts? Are you really nuts?
Before I was like, guys, I think Steve had made the suggestion before. I was like, yeah, we get people on, and it's hard to fill an hour. But as time has progressed, I agree with you 100%, Ron. We need to have John on.
See that, John? I still love you, buddy.
This show,
John, I will promote the hell out of that show too, buddy.
This guy, listen, he'll just try and drag us down. Don't you understand?
No, that's not fair. John's good people.
That's right.
All right, by the end of the summer, we'll have him on because he is funny as hell. I told him, I said, John, I'm sorry. I bust your chops, but you're good to laugh with.
John, if you're capable of doing a remote, I'd like it to be live from Flagler Beach.
No, he can't do it. He can only do it from Daytona, not Flagler.
That's right. Flagler's closed. I forgot.
Flagler would be too sanded in for him to do a remote from.
You know, I'm going to get a phone call tomorrow from him.
I'm waiting to turn the volume down on my phone now.
You're gonna be like, you really want me on the show? You really? Yeah. Oh yeah, my God, yeah. And then I'll call me and go, well, Frank and Ron said yeah, and I'm going no. Well, Frank and Ron said
John,
no.
I'll have you on, buddy. You absolutely, I will have you on. We will set it
up. John Porcello for president. John Porcello would be a great guest.
Absolutely, I agree. We'll have cameos. We'll have people call in. Jen Foreman, those guys. Everybody who's dug with John, we'll have them call in.
Tell John stories.
Like this is your life. We'll have tell those stories.
Oh my God. So next week, Ken Cunliffe.
Ken Cunliffe next week. He's got a new book.
Yeah, that seems like
out. Beneath Our Feet. It's diggers from all over the country and their finds. I think this is this version must be a second because I didn't notice my picture wasn't in here.
Be prepared next week, folks, for Frank to get chapped lips. All the kissing he's going to do. Bring chaps for Frank because you're going to be doing a lot of kissing.
Listen, if I can put this on my IMDb page, yes. If not, it'll be a good interview.
Guaranteed to be a mooch fest.
I'm still trying to get Detect America Live on my IMDb page. They keep turning me down.
Well, now with the new actors strike, maybe we qualify. We might get considered actors now.
Right. We refuse to strike. We're here
That's
despite
right.
all the begging and pleading from a SAG-AFTRA. We're still here.
What are they going to do
out
when
there,
they figure out AI? I mean, we'll lose it to AI.
should we put it out there for Discovery or Paramount Plus? We could be picked up for, they could put us out there.
I think there's a restraining order against Discovery from Mesa.
Or do we want another?
They get tired of me calling them.
Do we want a cartoon show to pick us up? Maybe, I don't know. I mean, we could be the next new reality TV show.
I am so open to anything. It doesn't make a difference.
So, any producers from any major TV channels want to pick us up? We can be bought. Well, of course, Frank can.
Metal detecting, diving, soft porn. I don't care. I'm open to any suggestions you may have.
Medical
Veterinarian practices.
veterinarian, medical procedure.
Flag on the air.
We'll do it all. Yeah.
I volunteered before we go. I
Oh, but-
volunteered for I'm going to be part of a clinical trial.
Oh, what?
I am. I'm going to be part of a clinical trial. And Steve, you got to tell Debbie about this. They're going to inject my knees with an experimental stuff for arthritis.
Huh.
Oh, she's getting her knees redone. So,
Oh, she's getting them done? Good for
Yeah.
her.
yeah, well, she's having it done on the 6th, and it's pretty weird. On August 6th, it's strange because I'm moving out on August 5th. I'm leaving.
Yeah, they're going to inject me 7 weeks, and I get $50 a week.
Wow.
He told me that before I hung up the phone. Yo, you get paid $50 for doing it. I'm like, really? It's like, is this stuff approved? Well, it's experimental.
But I just got a call from Paramount Plus. They want us to do a show down in Mexico.
Now,
Is that feasible?
you know,
You're afraid to go over the border.
I want TV shows take me to like Europe, maybe England, maybe the Bahamas. It's a solid yes for me. I can tell you that right now.
Don Wentz just porched you, dude. That's
I saw that.
Yeah, Daniel knows we're gonna make an
not
adventure.
just the last
I
bit.
gotta get some East Coast timing.
Hey, Don, not Celeste, but just Rico and Oscar better look out.
Listen, you say not so less. Nobody's safe around here. Telling you. I'm hanging up a shingle.
Oh my God. So, all right, Ronnie, we're gonna say goodnight to you. You're the greatest.
All right, man. Have a good night, everybody. Thanks for watching. Hope you had a good time. I know I did. See you all soon.
Oh, how do you want my credit card? You want me to text it to you?
Don't worry about it.
No, he said, give it to me, and I'll give it to him.
I'll send it to you by text message. So make sure you
All
check
right,
your text.
that'll be fine.
All right. If it's the same number that's on your credit card, I can't tell you
Yeah,
how that
I'll
happens.
just use my own card. Don't worry about it.
The gold thing. Yeah, well, that thing bounces, man. That thing's been rejected so many times. All right, buddy. Good night.
All right, bye-bye.
All right. It don't get any better than that. And that's what I love about the show. We can come on here with no script whatsoever, ad-lib this whole show, and laugh our asses off. And if we sat down and tried to write this stuff, it would flop.
Yeah, no, you can't write this stuff.
We can't get any writers now anyway.
We used
They're
to
all-
write down like little guidelines of where we should go, and we never did. So I stopped doing it.
No, an outline. A couple of times I would use an outline with people. And by the way, guys, I don't know how many people know about this guy, but Michael Miles Standish was the vice president of PCGS Coin Grading. Then he went over to NGC Coin Grading. He was one of my favorite guests ever.
He was you know what? All the secrecy about what they do at NGC, he was open with us. My favorite part of that show is when he said, "There's nothing wrong with using electrolysis if you do it right."
Right.
I love that.
But I pictured this guy as being a stuffy shirt, vice president of a coin grading. And no, man, the guy came on, he was funny, he joked, he laughed, he was great.
Yeah.
And then to find out last week that he passed away, kind of hurt, man.
He
he
was
was an icon. He's an icon, and you really
he's my age.
Yeah, I know. That's the thing. He was an icon in coin grading and really set the standard. And I remember one thing he said to me that I liked when I asked him about the highlight of his career. His he said the highlight of his career was personally grading the gold coins from the USS Central America,
Central America, yeah.
which was salvaged from about 7 miles. Was it 7 miles? Is it? I don't know. Salvaged a couple miles under
I forget how deep.
7,000 feet. They had to salvage it with a robot, and they dug up all the gold coins. And he said he was the last one to touch them before they went into their airtight capsule. And I remember that. But he was such a great guest. I know Frank reposted it, so that's a shame. Rest in peace, Mr. Standish. And the funny thing was, up in Massachusetts where the Pilgrims landed, wherever the hell that's called, the Pilgrim Rock.
Yeah.
And I was looking at the thing, and one of the members was Miles Standish, and I remember sending him a message. I said, "Yo, are you?" And he really was. He was a descendant.
He was related, yeah.
Related to the gentleman Miles Standish from the Pilgrim ship. What was that? The Mayflower, whatever.
I think he was in charge of the little colony that they started with the Mayflower.
And they probably graded the coins back then too. He was grading colonial coppers. No, but guys, it's just a shame. 58 years old, it's too young. It's just shit's too young. So, all right, don't forget your Aquatex. Listen, I don't know why, guys. You see people out there asking about about Aquatex. Where do I get good waterproof headphones? And I saw Don went immediately. Oh, Aquatex. I'm like, yeah, I don't know. People were asking me about. I'm like, do you not?
It's so cool to see them popping up on the beach and people I don't know, they bought them online or whatever.
And I tell Frank, I go, look, I feel we beat it up. Oh, we keep saying Aquatex. I in my head sleeping Aquatex, and I'm like, we mentioned it too much, and then as soon as we stop mentioning it,
people find it. Oh, these are good.
People are like, "What do I get a good headphone? How do I clean coins?" And
we're still tweaking. Like I said, these guys that are diving deeper, we're making some adjustments for them, and it's a never-ending process.
I know. Yeah, you were talking about that with Jimmy, and I know you're really trying to take the Aquatex and personalize them for that function.
Yeah, exactly. Listen, if you're using Aquatex and you're going underwater and you're not going under, relatively normal, the depth of a normal metal detector, they're fine.
I know if he's out on a boat, do you make him for the Garrett Sea Hunter?
As a matter of fact, the latest rendition of that went out to Gary Penta for a Garrett Sea Hunter.
All right, so if Bob Holycross is asking, so Bob, if you want to send Frank a message and coordinate with him, he can maybe help you get a pair.
Yeah, the newest version, it just went out for Sea Hunter for
and like I said, I think Mark Anthony is probably out on a boat salvaging right now.
Yeah, that was my thought too, because they could probably benefit from the tweaks that we're doing to these deeper.
But they're using them. They're already using them.
Yeah. So once we get back in, once I get a chance to talk to Mark and Jen and those guys, I'm going to tell them about what we're doing. I'm going to talk to Dave White down there. And
they don't miss our show. They really don't. Yeah. So, and I know they were chatting up about going out on a boat and Jen's first time out there. I mean, I hope they do well, man. That's amazing. I would love to see Jen actually.
I hope they do some videos that they can come on and we can show the videos and talk about. I think that's awesome.
Maybe we should send them a note. I'll send them a note that we want to talk is when they come off the boat.
Or if they got good Wi-Fi, we'll talk to them on the boat. I don't care.
Yeah, I want to see how well they're doing. Awesome. Get an update. What you say? How deep needs a tweak? Like how deep do they go until they need to be? I don't know.
Well, there's no tweaking with the performance of the headphones. The headphones are the headphones. They're loud. Once you get into second atmosphere, you may want this tweak. It depends. I haven't got a lot of people that ask for it. I have got two, and we did this. I'm not getting the feedback until this coming week sometime. But it basically is just at deeper depths there's a buoyancy issue. It's not there at shallow depths. So any material in these headphones sometimes are deeper. When you get more pressure, they can be a little buoyant.
Can I use
take
them?
the stress off your neck
Can I use them as a life-saving flotation device?
no, they're not. They're not that buoyant.
Oh, okay. Fine. I want to see if they're buoyant enough to pull me off the bottom.
No.
No.
You need about 150 there.
Everybody's funny. You and Don went. Mike Bromhofer. You guys all think you're funny. Porcella thinks he's a clown. You guys want? I'm calling it right now. You want to have Porcella on the show? We're going to lose about 400 viewers.
I'm telling you right now, we want John Porcello on the show. I'm telling you, it'll be what do they call it? A night that will live in infamy.
Oh, it will. So,
all right, I gotta go walk my dogs.
Yeah, I'm going to bed because I might have something to do in the morning.
Ah, cool.
All right, good night, everybody. Thanks for joining us, and let's get out and detect, man. Do it. Bye.
John Porcello, get me some good team members.
Jesus God.